I have Chris and Colleen here on the actual Q&A session with us. So let's say, what's up, Chris?
Hi.
All right. And then Colleen's here as well.
What's up, everybody?
Awesome. So we've collected a bunch of different questions from tons of people we're only going to answer 5 today, right? And if anyone else chimes in, we'll ask some more questions as well, or answer some more questions for you guys. So in the meantime, what's the first question? And this is all about social media, sales, whatever else it is. And then we're going to answer it, help you guys out to teach you guys a little bit more about this, just as a quick segment for you guys. So, Chris, what's the first question that we had asked?
The first question we were asked was, do you follow a sales flow? If so, what is it?
Follow a sales flow. Absolutely. So whenever a sale or a prospect comes in or a lead comes in, right? So at first you should have an automatic sequence, whether it be a text or an email, going right back to the prospect saying, hey, we received your information. When are you free next to talk? Should be a phone call and a text message right away, and also an email. Hit them up 3 different ways. But you should be responding within like minutes. Okay. First couple minutes. That's crucial. Even if they're at nighttime, if it's like beyond 9 o'clock, okay, send them an email, not a text message, and wait till the morning to actually call them and text message. So you're not invading their privacy or weekends or whatever else they're trying to inquire on. Right. But then you put them into a sequence. We call it a drip delay sequence. As far as a 1 day, a 2 day, a 3 day, a 5, 7, 10-day drip. So if you don't hear back from them, you have a series of emails and text messages going out to them and trying to engage with them to get them to respond to you. Because let's face it, people get ghosted all the time. So it's just being consistent and persistent of getting back to these people is very crucial in the success of your sales, and also make sure you're following up with the people too. Right, Chris?
Very important. Warm leads turn cold fast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What other questions we got going on?
We have another question here. When is the best time to post on Facebook and Instagram?
Best time to post on Facebook and Instagram. You have to kind of do your own research and think about your own prospects. So if you're targeting specific, say, brides, right? Brides 9 times out of 10 are working during the day, 9 to 5, right? For the most part. Some people might have medical backgrounds where they work 12-hour shifts and they might have weird hours, right? So, but theoretically, most of the people work in 9 to 5. So you posting content during the day, they're probably not going to see it. They'll probably see it more or less later on after they've had dinner, maybe like 8 o'clock at night, something like that. But you have to kind of do your own research and see exactly what is best for your type of prospects and your type of clientele to target that audience, right, guys?
100%.
What other questions we got going on?
Ooh, I have one for you. Should I boost a post on Facebook?
Should I boost a post on Facebook? Theoretically, no. You want to run ads in the back end in the ads manager. You'll have much more attributes to play with because boosting posts is just literally that, just boosting a post and that's it, right? So the whole thing is you want to be able to track things as well. So it has very limited tracking capabilities with boosting a post. Whenever you're in the back end of the ads manager and your business manager settings, you can track literally everything whenever you set up specific pixels and pieces of code everywhere along your funnel, on your website, on the ad, etc. Right? So then you can track people that viewed stuff and then did not purchase, or viewed it but didn't inquire in. So with boosting, you really can't do those different attributes. And then plus, then they have boosted per video views, right? But that's not really doing anything else because you're just paying per impressions. If you're going to do that and waste money, then that's fine, but use video through plays as a new attribute within Facebook. It's a 15-second view, just kind of like on the bumper ads of YouTube, where you view an actual, you view it for 15 seconds, then you get charged. But if you view it for 3 seconds, which is kind of like the normal commonality of it being in the news feed, then you're getting charged for that impression. But Anything after 15 seconds, then you get charged. So you have those different, conversions are free to you on the back end of Ads Manager. So then therefore you're saving money. And like the cost of our through play we're doing for a couple of different clients, they're getting like 2 cents a view or something like that. Right, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was pretty cheap on that aspect.
No, it just sounds like you're a lot limited in that aspect. So I think you gotta, don't waste the money in an area where you could really control what you're going to get out of it at the end.
Absolutely. No problem. What else we got going on?
My next question is, what's the best way to get started in video advertising without spending a fortune?
Ooh, good
Interesting. Well, I mean, you want to basically be able to create, there's a whole methodology of having engaging ads, especially for video ads, right? So we do that, not to throw our own pun, but the whole thing is there's other things out there like Fiverr and Freelancer or whatever else. Those can get costly and or sometimes too cheap, or some of the things that they don't understand how to create an ad for social media, because you only have 2 to 3 seconds to grab someone's attention to get them to watch the next 3 to 5 seconds, then hold their attention to watch the next 5 to 10 seconds. Most of these people don't really understand that concept. They'll just create a video and put a long video intro bumper in the very, very beginning. And then by the time someone's scrolling on the actual video, they're just looking at an animated logo in the very beginning, and it's like, well, what is that? It's not a pattern interrupt, so they just keep on scrolling. So we have that in place where we actually create video as simple templates for people every single month, and also ads for them, so they can basically give us an offer, put it in the placement. Colleen will do a fantastic job at it, and tweak it and make it yours with your own branding on it. So, and for a fraction of the price, because most of that stuff is like $500 to $1,000 for a video. We have a really good video done for you, and I think ours is a fraction of the price, like in the hundreds. So that's kind of nothing. But what other questions do we have before we wrap up here?
How long should a campaign run? Ads campaign. How long should it run for on average?
A campaign, meow.
Meow.
I would say definitely 30 days. You need to run a campaign for at least 30 days to see, and you need to be testing the entire time. You need to be running split tests, meaning that you need to be running different ad copy against ad creatives with video and image ads, landing pages. You need to be testing all those attributes, because there's no one exact way that is going to be written in stone, like the Bible or whatever else. The fact is, like, there's always different methodologies, and everything else is changing at all times. And certain people are on social media, and sometimes they're not always on whenever you're running an ad. So sometimes maybe someone's on vacation, like during the summer months, right? July and August, most popular months for vacationing, right? So you're running ads during those months, and you're like, I'm not getting any leads. Well, then maybe the whole fact is, and you're targeting only 25 miles in your area or 50 miles, and they're not there. They're on vacation, and you're targeting a bride that's engaged and that loves weddings or is interested in weddings, the wedding wire, the knot, all those other attributes, and they're not there. They're just not in the actual location. They're on vacation, they're traveling, or they're not on that social media. So that's why you need to run it for at least 30 days to get different types of people, because whenever you're probably, running advertising, you're probably hitting 100,000 to 400,000 people in your target, niche in your ad set section. So whenever you're doing that, you're not probably spending enough either to reach all of those people. So you're probably spending maybe $20 a day, and you're not going to reach 100,000 people with spending only $20 a day. So the thing is, if you were spending $1,000 a day or $10,000 a day, you would hit those big numbers. But that's you really need to have the length of it, unless if you're spending a little bit amount of money a day, you need to run it for at least 30 days. But if you're like getting bold and just going to throw money at it, like $100, $200 a day, then you're going to reach more people. So then you can do a lot testing faster. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to pay to play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing is these are actual billboards. That's the whole thing. So just like, you're driving down a highway, if, you see the more billboards they're paying more money. And just like in our area, Edgar Snyder, I think there's a billboard every 2 miles for him. So
Well, I'm just glad they took the billboard down across the street from our office that was about adopt, don't shop, or whatever. And I wanted to get another dog, for God's sakes. They finally replaced it with something else. But I mean, I looked at it every day when we drive out of here. I go, right? And I have to look right at it.
adopt a dog. We already got one. We already got Mozzie down here. So
Yeah, I know.
that's good enough. He's
Fair
already
enough.
full. All right. Any other questions? We're
Nope,
good?
that's it for today. I think we got
That's
covered a
it.
lot of different ground and some really good questions I think people might be afraid to ask. And it's a really good place to kind of come back and review this as you have. I've been typing the questions into the comments of our live feed as well, so people know what we covered.
Yeah, the one thing before you, if you want to, there's a social media ad checklist at the bottom. There's going to be a link that you can actually go to, download a free copy of this, and kind of goes through the entire checklist of things you need to do whenever you're advertising on social media. So you can just check them off one by one whenever you're running a campaign. So it's a free checklist. It's down below. Click it and download it. It's all free, no strings attached. And other than that, we will see you guys soon. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.